Support for the Idaho Matters podcast is brought to you in part by University of Idaho, Idaho's only Carnegie R1 classified research university. Our Carnegie R1 designation recognizes the discoveries we make that help our forests thrive. It means we're creating more doctors and doing real research to strengthen cybersecurity for Idaho businesses, our energy sector, and every Idahoan. More at go.uidaho.edu/Idaho-is-Idaho.
Hundreds of bills move through the Idaho legislature each session, and it can be hard to keep track of what's really at stake. The Connector follows the legislation that's gaining traction with clear reporting and local context you can trust. Stay connected to the State House with The Connector, Idaho Daily News. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
From the studios of Boise State Public Radio News, I'm Samantha Wright, filling in for Gemma Gaudette. It's Idaho Matters. There comes a point in all our lives where pain, physical, emotional, spiritual pain, becomes too much for us to bear alone. And for too many, despair becomes the only word in our vocabulary. Despair cannot be fought alone, and too often a solution seems out of reach, despite the intervention of friends or family or even medical professionals. Jen Wilson has seen that kind of despair more than once because her dog can sense it in people. Not only sense it, but the dog has an instinctive ability to reach people in despair and say simply, "I see you. I'm here. You're not alone." Jen wrote a book called Galaxy, The Healing Powers of a Rescue Dog, and she's here now to tell us more. Jen, hi. Thanks for being here.
Hi, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Okay, who is Galaxy? Tell us about your dog.
Galaxy she's my furry soulmate. She's a big, giant tank of a pit bull dog. We adopted her just on a whim, basically. We found out that the shelter in our city was having a clear the shelter event where they were waiving all adoption fees, and our son had been begging us for a dog for years. So we decided, you know what, it was time. And we went there, and all of the dogs were happy and jumping and excited and barking and going crazy. And there was this one that was just laying there in the front of her little kennel, just calmly watching people walk by. And I feel like she kind of called to me a little bit, and to my husband and our son too. We all knew immediately that this was the dog for us, and we brought her home that day.
Well, and she was clingy. She was a bit frightened, especially at all kinds of things, like going to the vet and all of that. You figured out that she'd been abused before you got her.
Yeah, we had no idea when we brought her home. We knew that she probably had never been a house pet before. She didn't have a super strong understanding of boundaries or personal space or anything like that. And I mean, she still has no understanding of personal space. She's a 70-pound lap dog. But, she, within a week inside our house with us, she was perfect. House trained, she knew what she could chew on, what she couldn't. But other people out in public, and especially at the vet, she was a total neurotic mess. And it took us weeks with a professional trainer to get her to the point where she could handle a vet exam without getting herself so scared and so worked up that she would vomit on herself. It was ugly. And that first vet appointment, weeks after we adopted her, was when we finally started understanding the extent of everything she had endured. And it was brutal, and it was very graphic. And it really spoke to how far she had come just in her ability to trust us and to feel safe and feel comfortable in our home. And it kind of gave us the foundation that we needed to move her training forward to the point where she could feel comfortable with other people.
And after that initial training, there was a moment in a pet store, you write about this in the book, where Galaxy showed you exactly what she wanted to do with both your lives. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, part of getting her over her own trauma and her own abuse was really kind of bonding with each other during training. And what we had done was we had gotten her trained and certified as an AKC Canine Good Citizen. And that took us about 6 months, and it was such an amazing experience that once it was over, I felt kind of lost. I wanted to continue that training, that bond, but I didn't know where to go from there. So I had Galaxy out with me at a pet store, and this woman came up and she told us, your dog is so beautiful, so well behaved. And I said, oh, thank you. She's very friendly. You can pet her if you'd like. And the woman said, oh, no, thank you. I'm too scared. But I had to tell you that she's amazing. So I thanked her again, and we went on our way. And 2 more times as we were shopping, she came up again to tell me, your dog is so beautiful, so well behaved. And finally, when we were standing in line, she came up to me one more time. And then she finally revealed the reason for her fear. She pulled her hair back. Her hair was down, covering the sides of her face and covering her ears. She pulled her hair back, and her ear was completely shredded beyond recognition. Just a mass of horrendous scar tissue. My heart broke for her. And she revealed that when she was younger, she had gotten attacked and mauled by a pit bull. And I didn't know what to say. Like this woman had experienced so much pain and so much fear. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. But Galaxy knew what to do. And normally Galaxy, as scared as she was when we first got her, she got over that very quickly. And every new person is her new best friend. And her favorite move is to walk up to the person and stand sideways across them and lean against their legs so that they can pet her whole body. She didn't do that with this woman. She stayed very still and very calm and moved very slowly. And eventually the woman did decide to reach out and pet Galaxy. And when I tell you, it was like time slowed down. It was the most amazing thing where this woman was reaching past her fear and her trauma and this hell that she endured. And Galaxy was meeting her there. You know what I mean? And that was really Galaxy's way of telling me, this is what I can do. This is what I want to do. I just need the opportunity. So I called the next day with an agency in town that does therapy dog work and therapy dog certification. And I got her set up for the tests and the supervised visits. And yeah, that was it. That was Galaxy letting me know that this is what I need to do. This is what I want my life to be.
Oh my gosh, we have barely scratched the surface of the book. Galaxy goes on to become a therapy dog. She goes on to help people suffering some of the biggest despair that I could possibly imagine. And we're out of time. So read the book, everybody. Read the book. And Galaxy now, she's actually retired from therapy work, and she's a homebody now.
Oh, yes. She has adapted well to the pampered pet, spoiled couch potato life.
Oh, Jen, it's such a good book. I encourage everybody to read it. Like I said, her entire therapy story is in there. It will make you laugh. It'll make you cry. And we're out of time. We've been speaking with author Jen Wilson about her new book, Galaxy, The Healing Powers of a Rescue Dog. We'll put a link online. Everybody check it out. It's a beautiful book.
I'm Gemma Gaudette, and this is Idaho Matters. Hi, it's Terry Gross, host of Fresh Air. Hey, take a break from the 24-hour news cycle with us and listen to long-form interviews with your favorite authors, actors, filmmakers, comedians, and musicians, the people making the art that nourishes us and speaks to our times. So listen to the Fresh Air podcast from NPR and WHYY.